I got yelled at a show recently. This guy goes, "Hey, buddy, that's a trigger word." I was like, "Whoa, I think it's pronounced trigger." Easy there, big fella. And look, if you get upset or offended, that's cool. I'm not one of those guys. You're allowed to be offended. That's totally cool. But if you are, just shut up. You're not a hero. You're just ruining a show. Just be offended. Just let it flow through you. Just feel it, right? Yeah, don't share. We don't care. Just feel. Yeah. We all have thoughts. I might want to sleep with your girlfriend. I just hold it in. I don't say it. Yeah, just feel it. We're so obsessed with words now. It kind of shows how good we have it. We've got to focus on words, Like in the 70s, it was all about actions. Like if you want to show you're brave in the 70s, you had to jump over 12 buses on a motorcycle. Now I see a guy make an off-color joke at the office. I'm like, that guy's fucking fearless. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. People take things so seriously. I guess they got to show you their personality by yelling at you about stuff that bothers them. I don't know. I don't mean any of this stuff. I'm just saying words in a certain order to elicit laughter. People try to figure me out through my act. It's all jokes. I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, "Hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that." I was like, "Whoa, hey, sorry. I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse." But, either way, I'll see you at home later, honey. And again, all jokes. I love abortions. I paid for 2 last week. I'm a fan, right? You remember? Come on. It's all jokes. A friend of mine, she works at Planned Parenthood. She loves that joke. And I was like, I might have to get rid of it. People don't like it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. She's like, no, you got to keep it. I was like, I might get rid of it. I was like, don't tell me what to do with my body of work. She's like, every joke's a miracle. But I don't want to upset anybody, jeez. I don't want to upset. That's not my intent, I'm upsetting people on accident now. I was at a Starbucks recently. This guy handed my coffee. I went, "Hey, thanks, Chief." This guy goes, "Ooh. Don't say Chief. It's offensive to Native Americans." I was like, "How is that offensive?" He goes, "Whoa, don't say how." Come on. How'd we get here? Weird times. Taking words away, I get it. Words hurt people. I get it, But here's the thing. We're kind of in like a weird word prohibition. Can't say this, can't say that. That's why I feel like every now and then we should all go to a politically incorrect speakeasy. Just somewhere we can all go to say horrible stuff and nobody cares. You got no hate in your heart. You don't want to hurt anybody. But if you can't say it there, give us a place you can, right? You go down some creaky stairs. You bang on a big steel door. The guy's like, "What's the password?" "Retarded." "Get in here!" All right. It's like the 90s again, Because offensive words, they're like alcohol. Sure, you can abuse it. Sure, you can hurt people. If you do it responsibly, it's a good time, Just don't do it at work. Don't do it around kids, but go home, close the door, take the edge off. Midget. Right? I don't want to say little people. That's like drinking in O'Doul's. But of course I get it. I just, find it funny. I get it. But here's the problem. We forget that no one's politically correct up here. We're all animals. We're all seeing the same thing. We're all thinking the same thing. No one's PC in their brain. That's just a filter you put on when you talk so you seem nice. Like no one sees a hot girl bend over and thinks, "Look at that independent woman. I'd like to treat her equally." No, we're sick, men and women. We're gross. But look where it's all gotten us. Doesn't it feel like the whole country's pent up? Feels everybody's angry right now. We got white supremacists, protests, hate groups. It's weird you're allowed to be hateful in America as long as you're not specific. Isn't that weird? If you're like, "I hate Mexican people," everybody's like, "Oh my God, what a bigot, prejudice." But if you're like, "I hate people," everybody's like, fucking right. Isn't that worse? People are angry now, man. I had one of those White Lives Matter rallies go by my house the other day. I freaked out, then I realized, it's just a half marathon. That was close. I don't know, just be a good person. What about that? Just be nice to people, Yeah. Like, a lot of it doesn't add up. I can't keep track of all the rules. Like transgender, what do you think? That's how I feel. I don't give a shit. You want to go for a man, a woman? Go nuts. Well, go labia. What's the beef? Look, it's weird to hate someone because they're trans, right? But it's also weird to love someone because they're trans. Shouldn't you like them based on who they are as a person, content of the character? People are so phony. I love Caitlyn Jenner. Why? She sucks. She's against gay marriage or ran over a person. What's the good part? Then they go, well, they have hard lives. All right, well, so do midgets. Why don't you talk about how much you like them? Where's that hashtag? I don't see any tweets about midgets. Who's got a hard on a midget? Hard to get around, hard to drive, hard to get work? No love. And look, I'm not anti-trans, but I am pro-midge. I just don't get why we help one group and not another. It's just kind of trendy. And people say, well, trans aren't allowed everywhere. Well, you ever been to a roller coaster? At least trans we accommodate with the bathrooms. Midgets, you ever seen how tall a toilet is? What? Imagine having to jump to take a dump. Weird. No help, no support. And you know what's great about midgets? I got a couple midget friends. They're good eggs. You never see a midget complaining. Never. Every other group complains. Never a midget. Never see it on the news, sitting at a desk, legs dangling, a little fish egg. Never. Every other group complains. I see women on the news, we have a glass ceiling. Midgets are like, you're worried about the ceiling? Holy shit. I'm trying to fuck with this counter, baby. Interesting. See, I guess I'm too open-minded, because I support all transition, not just sexual. Why do we stop at sexual? I support transition of personality, transition of opinion. Right, like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart got in trouble with some offensive tweets from years ago. Well, I'm not the same guy I was from years ago. I've transitioned. I used to have sex with 16-year-olds when I was 16. Now I don't. I'm different. Well, years ago, he said some offensive stuff. Well, years ago, she won the men's relay. People change. Right? Why do you support that and not that? Huh. It just tells me if I ever get into trouble now, I'm just going to get a sex change because you got to kiss my ass. Hey, Mark, we heard that interview from 10 years ago. Yeah, that was Mark. I'm Margaret. I don't know. I support Kevin Hart also because he's a midget. Oh, there we go.